Hey guys, welcome to the channel. This is my first video, so this is pretty nerve-wracking right now. So I'm gonna get through this as best as I could. I don't have stage fright, but you know, this is my first time putting myself out there like this. Anyway, this is Dímelo channel. Here we're gonna be sharing some vegan eats and treats, and I hope you like them. Hope this is one of many videos to come. And let's get right to it. We've got a nice surprise for you today. Hey guys, so today we're making Lomo Saltado, which is a traditional Peruvian dish made out of steak, French fries, there's rice, and a few other things. So here's basically a rundown of the ingredients we're going to be using today. We've got some oyster mushrooms to replace the beef. We've got some green and yellow peppers. We have some ripe vine tomatoes, onion, potato, smoked paprika, oregano, garlic powder. We have some soy sauce, some red wine vinegar, cilantro, salt, and pepper. And that's basically it, guys. Let's get started. Okay, so I'm going to start prepping our veggies. I'm going to just start with the potato first, since we're going to be making French fries. This is pretty easy. Just a simple flat cut. You want them thinner, fine. I like them thick, almost like steak fries. But you can cut them however you want. Using one potato because obviously I'm just cooking for one person. I usually make extra for lunch, but I don't like soggy fries, so that's not going to happen. Okay, there goes the potatoes. I'm going to use half of a green pepper and half of a yellow pepper, or close to half, whatever. Roughly chopped. Doesn't have to be perfect. This is a very rustic dish. Okay, here goes my yellow. Peep the technique. Very simple, not rocket science. Bang. Okay, now we got our tomatoes. Some people who normally do this dish go through the trouble of peeling and de-seeding. I can care less for that, so we're just gonna go roughly in, cut them into nice slices, and that's how we're gonna use them. That's my style, and if you want to cut them thinner and you want to go through the trouble of peeling, go ahead. It's still gonna taste the same. So I think I'm just gonna use one tomato instead of two. Now we have white onion, which I'll cut in half. Get rid of the end. Peel. And up a little bit over here. Okay, cut both ends. Just again, roughly chop. Slice them down. Does not have to be perfect. The more rustic, the better, the more bite. Okay. All right, veggies are done. And let's get to cooking. Okay, I'm just gonna preheat my cast iron skillet over medium heat. Then I'm gonna add some olive oil to it. About 2 tablespoons will do it. Don't worry, the whole recipe will be on my website and the link will be posted down below. All right, so we're gonna let this warm up, do its thing, and then once this is hot, we're gonna pop in those mushrooms. In the meantime, I'm actually heating up some leftover white rice that I had for dinner last night. Don't like to throw food away, so I'm gonna be using that in this dish tonight because the traditional way of eating it is with actual white rice and some French fries. And you'll see the final outcome in a bit. Okay, I think we're good now, so we're just gonna pop these in there now. Oh yeah, that's what you want. You want to hear that sizzle right away. When you press down on these babies, because what we want to do is get all the moisture out, get them nice and crispy. And we're going to be pressing down on them just gently, you know, not too much, so that, you know, it starts to develop a crust. We're not going to hit it with any seasoning yet. We will though, very soon. Just give it a chance. If it starts to smoke up too much, lower the heat a bit. You don't have to use a cast iron pan. You can use a non-stick pan if you have. If you don't have one. For us vegans, it's important to get some iron in our diet, and using a cast iron pot is a way of cheating and getting that iron in your system, believe it or not. So I'm just pressing down gently, and we're just going to give these a couple of minutes on each side. Then we're going to hit it with the seasoning. Give it a nice pour around the pan. Let it absorb all that juice. I mean, if you're worried, if you don't like to cook with oil, then, you know, by all means don't. You can use water and just cook it down until you know, it forms a nice crust. But I'm looking for flavor here, not necessarily looking for anything too healthy. I do eat healthy foods throughout the day, so I'm not too worried about that. But if you're watching your calories and stuff and your fat intake, you know, again, by all means, use water. No biggie. The seasoning will, you know, give you all that flavor anyway. I just like to have a little bit of fat because it just helps absorb the flavors a little better. Keeps the juices nice and, you know, it's gonna once this dries up, it's gonna absorb all that oil, you know. Once all the moisture is released from the mushrooms, you'll see. All right, we're gonna give it a minute or two on this side, then I'll flip it over. Okay, so I've given these a first flip. You might have to flip them a couple of times, but this is see, it's getting that color and that nice crust. It's caramelizing. By the way, I just realized I had the exhaust fan on, and this is my first video, by the way, in case you're catching me for the first time. I do apologize if it was too noisy and you didn't hear what I had to say before. But if you didn't, what we're doing is we're browning these and getting them nice and crispy on each side. Then we're going to hit them with the seasonings. That'll be right up. Again, the full recipe will be on my site. The link will be down below. Yeah, so you just want to keep pressing down on these so that the liquids come out of the mushrooms and the oil is absorbed, the flavors start to take, and you start to develop that beautiful crust, giving you that meatiness you're looking for in a dish that is, you know, usually made with beef, but we're using this nice mushroom here in lieu of it. All right, we're just going to give these a couple of more minutes. Be right back. All right, these bad boys are getting ready. The color's looking great. I mean, it smells fantastic in here. I haven't put an ounce of anything in this. It's just mushroom. And I mean, the smell of these things, it's earthy, it's sort of nutty and buttery, if I may, you know. It's really amazing how these things smell just without putting any type of flavor on it. Well, I guess it does have some olive oil, so all right, I'll take that back. So they're getting nice and toasty. You see forming that crust. That's what's going to give you that chewiness when we intertwine the rest of the ingredients. Look at that, look at that. Fantastic. Smells amazing. I actually promised myself I wouldn't talk about how things smell, because every time you see a chef on TV, they start mentioning smell-o-vision or something. And no, I'm not saying I'm a chef. I'm just a home cook. Just a guy who likes to cook. That's it. Okay, now we're going to go in with the seasoning. I'm just going to hit it with some sea salt, some pepper to taste. Throw in some granulated garlic, little smoked paprika, some dried oregano. I'm Dominican, so I got something with, I got infatuation with Dominican oregano. We're going to add the rest of the ingredients in a bit. I'm going to let this do its thing. Then we'll season the other side. These are looking really good. All this pressing, it is worth the effort. So be patient. Okay, these guys are ready to come out. I'm going to take them out, let them rest for a minute. Cut them up in nice little slices. And then we'll get ready to do the veggies and the rest of the ingredients and then mix it all up. I also got to fry the fries, so I'm not going to waste any video time frying fries. You guys know how to fry fries. Be back shortly. Okay, so we have these beauties ready to go. I mean, look at these things. These things look like steak, actually. It's crazy. So I'm just going to cut them up real thin. You hear that crispiness? That's from that crust that developed. Caramelization. Those the ingredients, the seasonings that we put on top of it helped give it that crunch as well. It's beginning to look like strips of steak. Look at that. Smells amazing. Okay, perfect. Give it a taste. Yep, that's what I'm talking about. All right, we're gonna start sauteing these with the rest of the veggies, and I'll get my fries going and I'll be back in a moment. Hey guys, so I decided to kick this up a little bit. I like heat, so I seasoned my fries with a little cayenne pepper, a little black pepper, salt, and a little bit of garlic. So just wanted to change things up a bit. It's not the traditional way of doing it, but that's how I want my fries tonight. Okay, while I wait for my fries to get ready, my white rice is already warm. That's already done. Waiting for the fries to get ready. I'm gonna start hitting the veggies up with the mushrooms. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by putting a little bit more olive oil. Get this pan. This pan is pretty hot already, so we're just gonna throw these puppies in there. Bang! You hear the sizzle already, so that means that's a good thing. Boom. Let that cook down till the onions become translucent, and should be eating in no time. Grab a spoon. Toss these around a bit. It's gonna be so good. If you haven't had this dish, I urge that you try this. Very simple to make. This is a much healthier version than the traditional way, of course. Let that cook down a bit. Hit it with the spices. So that was salt, smoked paprika, and oregano. Paprika is one of those things that I don't think they usually use in it. So this is, in a way, a Dímelo version of, you know, Lomo Saltado. I'm sorry, I guess it is. Let that cook down a bit. Fries are looking good, they're off to the side. Everything looks already smothered in ingredients. We'll toss in the mushrooms in a bit when the onions become translucent. Okay, now we're going to start incorporating all these dishes, everything else into the pot. Let me start with the mushrooms. Okay, there they go. Beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna throw in some of these fries in there. Yep, fries go in there too, baby. Okay, looks good, looks good. And the last ingredient that we have not put in are the soy sauce and the red wine vinegar, because I wanted this to be absorbed by the fries at the end. Oh, wow, look at this. It's amazing. Amazing, guys. It smells so good in here. Ooh. Ay, papa. I mean, it can't get easier than this, guys. Meaty, tasty. You got all your veggies in there. You got your mushroom. It's the substitute for meat, of course. This is full of flavor. Full of flavor. Okay. Let's plate this thing. All right, guys. So here's the finished dish. Looks pretty good, huh? Hope you try it and enjoy it. I'll be back with more recipes. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it's time to sign out. Thank you for joining me. Please like, comment, share if you appreciated the video. I do appreciate you spending your time with me.